Hello, my friends. We are again diving deep into the Lord's Prayer. And this week, I want to ask you, have you ever stopped to think about what you're asking the Lord when you say, "Give us this day our daily bread"? You might recall that the Lord's Prayer comes to us in Matthew 4 and Luke 11. And Jesus gives us this prayer not as something to be memorized and then just rotely recited, but rather as a model for how we should come before God in prayer. And he says, start by acknowledging that God is a good and loving Father who has authority over us. And then we make our first request, hallowed or holy be your name. Lord, make your name holy throughout all of the world. Your kingdom come, Lord, bring your kingdom, not only into my heart and my life, but throughout all the world for all eternity. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. God sets the standard for how things should go. That is his will. And as Christ followers on earth, we are citizens of heaven who should be seeking out his will day by day. And then we say this, give us this day our daily bread. Bread. Bread in the Old Testament is commonly used as a symbol for God's provision. You might remember the Israelites who wandered for 40 years in the desert because of their disobedience. And God provided for them in part through manna, bread that rained down from heaven. And it came with instructions. Basically, God said, I will give you what you need for a day. Consume all of it, don't waste any of it, and don't hoard any of it, because it will spoil if you do so. So what happened? The Israelites hoarded it, and the next day they found worms and maggots in their manna. Give us this day our daily bread is asking the Lord to know and meet our needs. But it is also reminding us that he's trustworthy and that we need to trust in him. Even when we don't understand the provision that he's given us, trust him with it. And trust that he will meet our needs today, because really today is all that we have, right? This has truly pierced my heart because it's a stumbling block for me. About 10 years ago, my life was completely dismantled. I lost just about everything, including my employment and my paycheck. And I remember crying out to the Lord and saying, God, I have provided for myself all of my adult life. And now, in my mid-40s, I found myself completely dependent on my mom for provision. Don't get me wrong, I was so grateful to her and still am for her generosity. But seriously, God, I cried out, I'm a woman in her mid-40s. I've provided for myself all of my life, and now you want me to depend on my mom for provision? I'll never forget it. The Lord was very clear. He first spoke into my heart this. So you've provided for yourself all these years, KD. In other words, yeah, all those careers, those jobs, those paychecks, it was all about you, right? No, God was involved in every one of them. That was how he provided for me. But then I said, yes, I get that, God, but seriously, really, you want me to depend on my mom for my provision? And this part I will never forget, because it was some serious tough love that he spoke into my heart. It came like a 2x4 between the eyes. KD, who are you to tell me, your creator, how to provide for you? Who are you, the creation, telling me, the creator, how to provide for you? And then he said this, can you just hold out your hand and say thank you? Is it that hard to accept my provision in my way and in my timing, and just hold out your hand and say thank you? As I was preparing for this deep dive this morning, the Lord led me to Psalm 37, which says, trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He will do it. Trust Him. Give us this day our daily bread is not only asking for God to meet our needs today, but we're also saying that we will trust Him to provide for us today, however He chooses to do so. So as we say today and pray to the Lord, give us this day our daily bread, can we all not also simply hold out our hands, whatever the provision is and however it has come, and simply say thank you?